We threw it in the river. We threw it off the top of the hill. Let's see how aerodynamic this press is. We threw it in the Campfire. Should I throw another press on the fire?
Go for it.
We shot it. Ooh. That took a chunk out of the press. Hey guys, Gavin Gear here from UltimateReloader.com. It's true, we're gonna put this Rock Chucker Supreme through a torture test, but we can't do that if we don't first get it out of the box. Okay, so here it is. I installed the handle, the priming parts. We've got a couple priming parts here in the owner's manual left over. Very simple package. I'm gonna say let's waste no time. Let the torture begin. Well, let's go. Well, let's see how aerodynamic this press is. Oh man, it's going down the hill. Should I throw another press on the fire?
Go for it.
Okay.
It's about time. It's always good to anneal your presses once in a while, you know?
Yeah. Annealing is an important part of reloading.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It didn't do much. Is that rust up there? Yeah, there's a little bit of rust. The press is in one piece, but we lost our camera. Well, this is where the press came to rest. You can see we lost our GoPro, which I've got right here. And good thing this bush was here. So let's see what it looks like here. It looks pretty good. I'm kind of surprised that the little primer arm still works. I mean, this thing tumbled, and I mean tumbled. Oh, that's actually still nice and smooth. It's not dead yet. Think the press is done?
I think so.
Okay.
Thoroughly cooked.
Let's get this out of the fire. That press is definitely done. Let's cool it off a little bit. But they got some heat on it. The water is still boiling. All right, let's put the fire out now too. All right, let's see what happens to this press here. Ooh. That took a chunk out of the press. Wow, it's still in one piece, but that took a chunk out. Holy moly. Oh, dude, look at that. Wow. Now we know where to look for that piece. Somehow it blew that thing back. the primer arm. Oh, wow, dude. Whoa. Look at all that lead and cast iron smoke. Okay, so here we are in the aftermath of all of our torture testing. Just to review, we threw it in the river. We threw it off the top of the hill. That thing tumbled quite a ways. We threw it in the campfire, baked it and roasted it. It completely melted off our spent primer catcher. And then we shot it. And as you can see, it took a very big blow there. It feels like this is a bit of a B-17 kind of rolling into the airfield in World War II. It's taken its licks, but it's still going. Now, here's what I did after all that, right? We threw it in the fire, then we shot it, and then I brought it in here, and the bushing, interestingly, at the top was loose, probably from the thermal cycling from the fire, so I tightened that down. The ram was a little bit sticky in spots. I didn't even clean it. I just threw some PB Blaster on it, and this thing is as smooth as glass, if you can believe it. It's a little bit hard to believe. And then I switched over from large primers to small primers, the punch and the cup here. And I wasn't getting full extension on the cup. In fact, it's still a little bit marginal. So I took the spring out and I stretched it a little bit. I think what happened was in the fire, the spring's properties were compromised. It was annealed. And that's bad. That means the spring does not retain its full power. So a replacement spring wouldn't be a bad idea, but it looks like I have enough cup extension here if I'm careful to get that to work. I can't believe this little arm made it through the entire saga. You can see we have burnt plastic here. This thing is definitely battle worn, but I can't believe how smooth it is. Okay, so I've decided we're gonna do some precision 223 loads, and we're actually gonna shoot them as well, just to sort of take this whole story full circle. So what I've got here is I've got the Rock Chucker Supreme, we've got the Matchmaster. We're gonna use the on-press priming. I've got a 223 shell holder here. So that actually looks great. And then I've got Lapua annealed, previously fired 223 cases, and we're gonna be using kind of my favorite 223 trainer bullet for our precision bolt gun, the 77 OTM from Berger. I looked up our load data. We're going to go with 23.5 grains of Varget. Varget's a great 223 powder, and we've got that programmed in to the Matchmaster. And then I have an RCBS Supreme die set in 223. So we've got the case gauge, which is awesome. And so let's go ahead and get the sizer set up. I'm not going to over-index on this. We would definitely check shoulder bump if we were going to get super precise, but let's just bury the die and see if that's going to work here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put some lube on these cases, and we'll go ahead and do the sizing, depriming, and repriming. Okay, let's give this a go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and size and deprime. As expected, our primers are falling to the floor because our spent primer catch melted. Okay, that is gonna sit in there. Great. Okay, so let's check in our case gauge. That looks good. Just rinse and repeat. Okay, so we got our cases sized, deprimed, reprimed. We checked them in our case gauge. So now let's go ahead and add our powder. Okay, so it's time to seat bullets. This is actually my favorite part. Not sure exactly why. I guess it feels a bit feng shui to me or something like that. We're going to use a reference cartridge. We know that this 77 OTM Burger ammo shoots amazingly well. And so what I've done is I've started with the cedar plug back way off. And let's just go ahead and make sure that, okay, there's no interference there. That's good. So we're going to bring the plug down until it hits. That's step one. Okay, now we're going to give it just a little bit more because things are going to compress. And if we just do the touch test, we'll probably end up with a cartridge that's seated just a little bit long. So let's see how that's going to work. Very nice. And of course, we would typically be looking really closely at cartridge overall length. That kind of thing. Not a bad idea to validate that with digital calipers, etc. Perhaps a comparator. Well, it's hard to believe, but this press is working amazing. Let's go shoot this ammo and see how it's going to perform. Okay, so here we are set up at the mid-mountain range. Time to get some rounds loaded here. A little bit of wind, nothing too bad here. Really can't wait to see how this ammunition is going to do. That is a light trigger. That surprised me slightly. Oh, that's an amazing group. Love it. Oh. Always good to see some deer at the target. Oh, man. Wow. That is a tiny group. That was fun. I totally enjoy shooting the 223 trainer. This rifle never disappoints. I just measured our group, 0.345 inches for 5 shots at 100 yards. No confirmation of shoulder bump, no confirmation of seating depth, just turn and burn on that. So what's the conclusion? The Rockchucker Supreme is definitely a lifetime reloading investment. This press has withstood some amazing abuse and still loads precision ammo. I don't know what it would take to kill it. We definitely didn't with all of the torture we put it through. What I'd love to know is, how has your RCBS reloading equipment been holding up? And do you have heirloom RCBS pieces that have been in the family? We have some reloading dies from the 1960s, and I have friends who have, that green press mounted on a board in the garage. They load hunting ammo once a year on it, passed down from the 1960s or whatever that happens to be. It's really great to have equipment that you can depend on and that is built to withstand abuse, which this press definitely did. So I'd love to hear your stories. Drop a comment. If you have specific feedback around the torture that we put this press through in our results, I'd love to hear that as well. Thank you very much for watching. That concludes this video, and that means it's time to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're watching Ultimate Reloader on TV and want to take advantage of free resources, exclusives, and hot deals, just hold your camera phone up to the QR code, tap on the link, fill out the information, boom, you're getting Ultimate Reloader emails. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, where we've got unrestricted content, and Instagram. Make sure to follow us on all those channels. Ultimate Reloader also has a commercial solutions division serving law enforcement, the military, and the gun industry. We have some unique capabilities, including a comprehensive suite of recoil testing and evaluation capabilities, trigger profiling, and more. Thanks again for watching.